Hey, trashlings! Welcome back to the Demon Trash Podcast. I'm Carol, aka Papa Trash.
And I'm Avery, aka Baby Demon.
Guys, we're alive. The podcast lives. We are here. Welcome to Demon Trash Podcast 94. Sorry it's been so long. We honestly have no excuse to not have been doing the podcast.
We had to prioritize our time, and we chose the YouTube channel.
Yeah, but for
not
reasons.
that we don't love this, it's just we
had some reasons.
We had videos that had to get up.
Yeah.
So
some business things, but you know, business is business and I'm here to do business. So let's get into it.
You know, girl boss has to girl boss.
Yeah, and which means we had to gatekeep.
You know, certain things.
Podcast. So
but we've been wanting to. It's just
we've missed you.
Yeah.
But, you know, just so you guys know, I mean, I know some of you guys listen to the podcast here, but if you didn't know, we have our YouTube channel where we do stuff too. So hop on over there if you aren't there already. Trying to blend it all. You know what I mean? Just bring it all into one big cohesive trashling dump pile.
AKA brands.
Branding.
AKA lifestyle brand.
Yeah, lifestyle. This is not a lifestyle you want, but it's a lifestyle you don't choose. You know what I'm saying? That's demon trash. Or you can choose it. I don't know why you would though. I'm born this way. Okay. All right, guys. We're going to start off the show like we always do. Today we're just going to be like catching up with you, just talking mad trash. A bunch of stuff. We've got a lot to talk about. But we're going to start it off like we always do with our Demon Trash Moments. Who's going first? Me or you? Me? Okay. So, Demon Trash Moments. You know, mine's going to come down to what I've been consuming lately in terms of literature. I don't even know if you can call it literature.
Is art?
Like, I mean, it does fall within that, like,
it's a book
series. It's 4 of them.
Literature.
So it's the Four Horsemen series by Laura Thalassa. I think I'm saying her name right. And yes, it's what it's about is about the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. And each book is about one of them and, you know, their romantic story and all the smut and all the spiciness. But, you know, naturally it's like, I mean, let's start it off with a bang. I'll talk about the first one because this one, I didn't know what I was getting into. I went to the bookstore. My boyfriend was leaving town to go visit his family out of the country. So he's gone for a while. So I was like, I need some entertainment to keep me busy. And so I was like, I'll look into this. And I saw, you know, what I think is amazing is that Book Talk has single-handedly saved Barnes & Noble. And they were doing a Book Talk challenge where like you buy one of these books and these thing. And the first book, Pestilence, which is about Pestilence, the 4 horsemen, it was in the one of the like lists on the app of like where it fell into this Book Talk challenge. So I was like, you know what, I'll give it a try. I read the back and I was like, this will be interesting. I don't know if it'll be good. But then I saw a couple girls on TikTok who've read the series and they were like, it's beautiful. It really challenges you and how you think about God and like all these things. And I was just like, okay, work. But like it had me really questioning my morals and my ethics. I mean, this man, well, you can't even call him a man. Is he an angel? What is he? What is the 4 horsemen? He's like he's a divine being. He's not really a man. And he's like, you know, he's like killing people off and he's like taking the main character girl hostage and like sort of like low-key torturing her. Not a lot. It's kind of bad a couple times. But then it's like it gets really sweet and I don't know, and then I'm on the final book, right? And it's had me really questioning my morals and my ethics and yeah. I have not read, I don't think I've been reading torture porn. I don't think that's what I've been reading. And that's really all I have to say about that. I don't think I've been reading that.
The fact that you had to bring that up though.
because it crossed my mind, but I just don't think that's what I've been reading, because I think torture porn is like a lot.
Are you questioning your morals and your beliefs?
Well, it's what the thing is like it questions you on like, is what he's doing wrong? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because he's sent here on a mission from God. But then, you know, it progresses. I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like I've had to grapple with it of like, could I fall in love with this? Because another thing I've noticed about the writing, and I don't know if it's just because it's bad writing, sorry Laura, but like, or if it's like good, because I don't think it's bad. Like, it definitely doesn't read like it's not giving Wattpad when I read it. Mm-hmm. It's giving she knows vocabulary.
That's nice.
But she has a thesaurus, you know,
mm-hmm.
but there's not a lot of descriptors for the main character, which is why it's kind of giving me fan fiction, right?
Yeah.
Because then you can see yourself as her, as the main girl, right? Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying?
That's just something that they all do, though.
Yeah, they do that because I have.
They're young. They're in their 20s.
No, but literally, like, I'm not even getting a hair color, bitch. I'm not getting a hair color.
She's plain looking. You're just like, that's me.
That's me. Like, yeah.
Nothing extraordinary about her, you know.
Yeah,
they did the same shit to us with Twilight.
Yeah. So, yeah, but it's like, you don't have. I literally, if you asked me right now, like, what color hair each girl has, I couldn't tell you. I wouldn't be able to tell you. So yeah, I don't know. It's I would say it's good. It's a good series if you're into, like, you know, the spice romance books. Mm-hmm. But, you know, it's got some pretty serious, heavy themes. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're the horsemen of the apocalypse. They are literally killing people off in mass numbers. One might even say genocide.
But you still want to bang them. And that's demon trash. Fair enough.
Yeah. How about you? What about you?
So, this happened a while ago, and because we haven't had a podcast, I've just been like saving this one up. So,
better be good.
So I've been like waiting. A few months ago, I went to go see my parents before.
Yeah.
Right. And I was texting my mom, like, and she texted me. She was like, "You better be like here at this time." And I was like, you know what? This is my opportunity. I tried to gaslight gatekeep my mom, and I was like, never again.
Wait, what?
Because I was like, I was like, you know what? Like, I'm not going to let her get away with trying to like tell me when I need to be somewhere. Like, in a way that was just like, if you're not here, we're going to go do the thing without you. Like, if you're not here by this time, like, we're going to the movies without you, essentially.
Right.
So I was like, no. I was like, don't talk to me that way. You're not being very nice. In a way, just like trying to like tell her she's not being nice. Mm-hmm. And like, I'm like, you're being very rude. And she's like, no, I'm not. And like, so essentially I tried to gaslight gatekeep my mom, and it did not go very well, because you can't out gaslight gatekeep the ultimate gaslight gatekeeper. Yeah, you know. Yeah. Because like she's been
gaslighting and gatekeeping since the 80s.
She's had 27 years on me, you know, like she's been doing it. So I tried to do that, and it was like ended up being like a fail, because like I couldn't like go to the point of like I wanted to go see my family, and I wasn't gonna really change my plans, but I was like, if it was in another position, I would not go, and I would teach you a lesson.
Yeah. Well, is that, you know, because let's say, okay, like I want to have a scenario here, because it's like, was it one of those things of like, we're gonna go see the movie at this time, and she's like, and if you're not here, we're gonna be going at that time. It's like, if that's a plan already made, I almost feel like she's right.
But here's the thing. She didn't actually look up the actual movie times. She just pulled this. She was like, I want to go early. This is the thing. I've been planning with my dad the whole time, like the plans. Do you know what I mean? And she's like, this is the plan. I'm like, there's no plan. Also, I was like not going to be there early because I was picking up things for them that they specifically requested for.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I was like, this went horribly.
Wait, but like for both of you, I feel like, or no?
Well, essentially, I was like, if you don't apologize to me, I'm not coming. And I actually did get an apology from her. But before I got that, it's like, you're emotional. You're not logical. Like all this shit. I'm just like, no, you're being mean.
The gaslighting.
Apologize to me, you know? And I stood my ground, so I am proud of that.
So she was gaslighting and you were gatekeeping your own physical presence into theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? If you don't do what I say, I'm going to gatekeep myself.
If this is the energy, if you're going to be gaslighting, I'll be gatekeeping.
Yeah.
We two can play this game.
But at the end of the day,
here you are gaslighting, here I am gatekeeping when we should be girl bossing. Like that's not the energy. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, I thought like, I was like, because I went into this like really jokingly, like, you know what, I'm just gonna fuck around.
Yeah.
And it was just like, this was a terrible idea.
Yeah, it's like when demon trash are like, you know what, I am gonna practice boundaries in a horrible way. We're going to take this therapy to a whole new level, bitch.
And I did get an apology, but it's just like...
But did you feel like
was
a winner?
it worth it?
Did you feel like a winner?
No. I was like... But I was like, you know what? I did this.
I started it.
I did start it.
I played into it.
I shouldn't have done that.
You played yourself.
I did play myself.
Yeah. Well,
but I just think it's funny, like... My advice is if you're like, you know what, like if your mom gaslight gatekeeps you, I recommend just not getting to her level, because like
I think that's just anybody. Like if anyone tries to gaslight gatekeep you, it's just like, you know what, you're the ultimate gaslighter gatekeeper if you just keep it inside and let someone abuse you. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I feel like it's like sometimes it's hard to take the high road with people like that, because then it's like, is the high road me just like being like fine whatever, or is it like no? Because it's like, that is sort of a boundary. But, you know, sometimes boundaries can...
It was like a battle that probably didn't need to be picked. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It was like, I didn't need to fight that battle. But like, I was like, I carried it on the whole day. I was like, I'm going to tell Dad that I'm not coming. Like, it was like, I was like... But at the end of the day, it did come, so I look like a fool, I guess, kind of. I don't know.
You ended up,
or am I the bigger person for dropping the issue and like going anyways?
Yeah, and you know what's funny is about that whole situation, about this whole story too, is that you ended up staying longer than you had told everybody. So, you know, it's like one of those things of like you were like, and I'm not coming, and then you go, and then you're there for a lot longer than you said you'd be.
Well, I had to get my car fixed,
right? Well,
for free.
Yeah. Well, so there you go. Gaslighter.
But it's just like, it's like I see like all these people on TikTok. They're like, I have a narcissistic mother. It's just like, just don't try and go toe to toe with them, because they're like,
what is that thing? Do you really think that's
they're the crown boxers?
Total like sort of derail, but like I have seen a lot of like the narcissistic parenting thing on TikTok, and it's like, is this a new thing where all millennial parents and Gen Z parents are narcissists?
Yeah, well, I just think they were kind of in that generation of like,
my way or the highway.
You must obey your parents, you know?
Right.
And like on God, like God said that, you know, like literally on God.
On God, you must obey me.
Yeah, on God, you must obey, you know?
Right,
my mom does that to me. I'm just like, no.
But who are you?
But yeah, like I think there's that. There's also like the way they are brought up. You just listen to your parents. So I don't know if that just makes them a narcissist, or like, I don't really know. But also I don't really know what the definition of narcissism is.
I think we all think we know what it is, but we actually don't. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like because I feel like people also casually throw like, you're a narcissist around like way too much.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, I've just seen that a lot, and I just think it's kind of funny because it's also like part of that thing. I'm like, or is this just generational trauma just trickling down, and we're just it's displaying as like narcissism? Because if there's one thing I've learned through the Disney movies for the last 5 years is that we are really bad. We are in a battle of generational trauma, and that's on God.
You know what I really like, I was talking about Disney movies, this is derail, like recently. I'm just like, I think it's just really nice that they're like talking about like emotions and like stuff like that now, because like before all we had was like Beauty and the Beast and Pocahontas, and it was just like all about falling in love with like a guy who was just like not good for you, like in your situation.
I don't know, Beast was nice. I'm fucked up, but that's because I'm fucked up. And like
you see, now we normalized it.
I'm
now
sad.
It's like
I'm sad.
now
You know?
like they have like movies like the Emotion movie, where it's like we teach kids about sadness and why it's a good thing.
Oh, what is that movie?
You know,
fuck, I don't know. Yeah, kids movies now are like way more complex, and like,
and we teach girls about their periods.
fuck, they came out with the movie Soul, and I was just like, whoa.
About purpose. Like all I had was freaking Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. Actually,
bullshit.
that was still early.
It's
It
bullshit.
was still
Yeah,
early,
yeah.
but
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Disney, keep doing you. I like it. Derails. Okay, here we go.
And those were our demon trash moments.
Hey, trashlings!
We just wanted to remind you to follow us on all of our social medias. We don't want you, our little trashlings, to miss out on any of our content.
Sweet little babies.
So make sure you guys follow us on Instagram at Demon Trashcast, TikTok at Demon Trashcast, and make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. We have 2 YouTube channels. The one you're on right now is the Demon Trash Podcast.
Audio listeners, check in if you want to watch us visually.
Yes, if you want to watch us on YouTube. And then we also have our movie and TV react channel, Demon Trash. And you can find everything at demontrash.com.
It's all there, baby. And don't forget to rate and review us on whatever podcasting platform you use. It really helps shows like ours out. So yeah, rate it 5 stars, babe. Don't wait. Do it. Got Demon Trash friends? Tell them about us. So yeah, and if you like what we do here and you want to give us your pennies, help us keep the lights on, you can support us over at anchor.fm/Demon Trash for as little as 99 cents a month. We see some of you guys on there. Thank you so much. It's so helpful. So yeah, you can subscribe there if you want to support the podcast. But we also have now a Patreon because of our YouTube channel, Demon Trash, where we react to TV shows and movies. So if you like that, you want to keep watching with us, you can do so over at Patreon at patreon.com/demontrashcast.
Also, if you have any Demon Trash moments, topic ideas, or weird, funny videos / TikToks you like us to react to, send them over to our email at demontrashpodcast@gmail.com. We want to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
We love it.
Talk to us. We love you. Maybe you'll be on our next show. Maybe your stuff will make it on the show. And you're like a cute little trashling. All right, that's it. That's all we have to say. Thank you guys for all the support. Back to the show. So, guys, we haven't been here in a while. But we'd love to catch you up on what we've been doing. I mean, there's been a lot of things. I mean, and when we say doing, I mean like we're doing nothing, just watching things. And
we've been up to a lot. By a lot, we just mean like binging
escapism
shows.
Is really what we mean.
Getting addicted to video games,
Yeah.
reading just filthy, disgusting, like.
But here's the thing is
Books.
I'm not going to be a gatekeeper on those things. You know what I mean? Like the world sucks. We don't even need to get into that right now. Guys, we over on our YouTube channel, we've been doing really well. We're actually literally probably when this comes out, we'll probably be if not at 5K subscribers. And which is very exciting. Thank you so much for all the support over there. But we've had a lot of success because, well, we got really sick and we weren't able to film for like 2 weeks or do anything. And we kept getting these comments about the show called The Summer I Turned Pretty, and it came out on Amazon Prime, and I like knew nothing about it. Turns out it's a fucking book series by Jenny Han, who did the Netflix movies?
To All the Boys I Loved Before.
Never watched it, but I know people liked it. I think you liked it.
It's pretty like decent for like.
Yeah.
Like, it's not The Kissing Booth. Like, it's better than that, I feel like.
I've never watched any of that shit.
Yeah, but you've watched the other show, not Ever After, but like
the After series.
The After series. You've watched those like really toxic ones.
Yeah, no, well, I watched the first one. I literally had no idea what they were about. I watched the first one and I was like, this is fucking crazy. And then I was like, I watched the first one when the second one came out. So I was like, okay, I'll move into the second one. The second one, I was like, oh, this is getting crazy. And then I watched the third one because that one came out really soon. And now the fourth one's about to come out. It's fucking wild.
Yeah, I feel like there's like different degrees of like bad Netflix romance movies. Like I feel like the after ones are like, I think they're like really just like toxic and just like unhealthy relationship vibes.
What do you think is going on with these like sort of like, I think these streaming services are really turning to these sort of like book like adaptations. And they're going for the romancy ones. I think they're just like, we found this untapped market because they may be bad, right? But they make fucking money. Yeah. Okay. They do. And I'm here for it. I don't mind it. You know what I mean? It's fucked up, but it's like, it's basically fan fiction come to life. Like, I get to watch it on a screen.
Well, I mean, you look at something that has like thousands of like reads and like, I mean, it's the same thing with Harry Potter getting turned into a movie. It's just a different genre now.
Yeah.
It's just a different like age range. Like before we got all the kids' books are made into movies. Now we're like, oh, these people are like get obsessed with this shit. Let's make their age. They're 30 now. We need like shit for them now. Before
we had the New York Times bestseller, now we've got Kindle Unlimited. These are the top reads. You know what I mean? Like that's where we're at. This is the Wattpad top 100. You know what I'm saying? And they're pulling from that shit, which I can't be mad at. I think it's a great untapped market.
I think 50 Shades of Grey, like we said this before, it started it.
It started. Well, then you have to say Twilight did.
Twilight that was like
the game changer. That was the game changer.
Like, I'm sorry, nothing ever, like, I feel like nothing, obviously Harry Potter, like, was like, I feel like the biggest phenomenon.
I don't know if you can put them in the same category.
They're not necessarily, I feel like Twilight's a different category of thing.
If you're going to say,
like,
this is say worldwide phenomenon, sure, they fall in that. If you're going to say iconic, yeah, they falls in there. But am I going to put it in the same category? Absolutely not, because Hunger Games and Harry Potter were like, about, they were these fucking crazy adventure stories. This was Twilight. it was
the Romeo and Juliet of vampires
of the early 2000s.
And it was, I was really thinking,
we're derailing. We're talking about Twilight now.
I always think about Twilight. I'm constantly always thinking about Twilight. I was like, why were we obsessed with Twilight? It was just because it was like, it gave you everything a teen girl wanted, or like a woman wants. It's just like an undying love and just like, yeah, like it's just obsession. Like it's a fantasy, and it played into that. And now we're getting that even more, and they sell. I mean, if you think about ACOTAR,
yeah, it sells.
ACOTAR's been like famous for like 2 years now,
dude. But this is what I love about it is, and I know we're derailing, but we'll come back to the Summer I Turned Pretty. But the thing I'm loving about it now is that we get to see, whether you think it's good or bad, I love that we're able to see these female like writers who write romance and all this kind of stuff. They're starting to make fucking bank because it's like, I feel like the romance genre has been completely ignored as like an untapped market. We've seen it done before, and usually you can pretty much say it's bad, but then it's like, now we're sort of in this time where they're taking it seriously, which is how I felt about, I know The Summer I Turned Pretty is not necessarily in the same realm as like everything that I'm talking about, but I'm just seeing that we're seeing a lot of these female writers like Sarah J. Maas, Jenny Han, even the woman, I can't remember her name, who wrote the After books. I mean, she's single-handedly she's like single-handedly leading Wattpad production studios. You know what I mean? It's kind of amazing. It's really cool, and I think we've entered a new era of writers, and especially if you're like self-published or whatever, like this is your chance. Like, it's kind of cool to see all of this because it's definitely a female-led, female-driven place, and I love it. I love to see it. But with The Summer I Turned Pretty, I like it because first off, I didn't read the books. I've never read anything written by Jenny Han. Probably because it looks like she mostly writes like teen stories.
Yeah, it's young teen. It's like,
so it's not going to come across my radar.
It's like Sarah Dessen.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like
I'm not reading. I'm not in the young adult section anymore.
Like, not of like, I guess I feel like young adult fantasy I'm kind of in, but not like just like real life books.
Yeah.
I'm not in like the young adult Nicholas Sparks section.
I'm not reading, the young adult Nicholas Sparks. I'm not there. So, but yeah, we were watching that, and you know how I felt after we watched it, and I really enjoyed it. I really did like it. If you guys haven't watched it, watch it on Amazon Prime. It's a really good show, great budget. I really enjoyed it. But now I feel, it's funny because we've talked about this before, but I do feel like a little bit of a Swiftie by association. What's that?
I was just like,
It sounded like,
Have you listened to a whole album?
No, but that's the thing. I said I feel like a Swiftie by association.
Okay.
I'm not saying that I'm consuming Swiftie content. Well, in a way I did, though, because she had a lot of songs on the soundtrack.
She had so many.
She wrote a song for it, right? Didn't
Was
she?
it?
I don't
know.
I don't know anything. But I feel like a Swiftie by association because I feel like I typically wouldn't watch something or consume something like that. The only reason I did it was because we were, a lot of trashlings were asking for it. So I was like, fine. And I wanted to hate it. I went into it and I was like, this is going to fucking suck. Yeah.
I did not expect to like this show as much as like we did. I was like, but then again, you give me a moody boy in any situation. I'm just
going to weed. Done.
I'm going to just have to figure out.
Who wears a hoodie in summer? I can't
intrigued,
resist.
Will he change?
I think it's a little bit of the hair too. Just
it's the hair.
Eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it turns out he's carrying some dark secrets.
Yeah. It's just like,
well, I'm sold, bitch.
But
Team Conrad, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, no, there were some like Taylor Swift songs I found that I was really enjoying. And I was like, oh, wow, that's nice. I get it. I saw this funny TikTok. I should have brought it up. But they were like, Taylor Swift is Lana Del Rey for girls who haven't had sex yet.
For virgins,
and I was like, for that context of the show, I'm like, yeah, that fits perfectly.
That fucking makes sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I feel like a Swiftie by association, and I'm not mad at it because typically I would say, we've talked about this on the podcast before, is like, Swiftie Nation and me, we're just for Demon Trash and then like the Swiftie Demon Trash girls and then like the Swiftie girls. It's just like we've walked parallel lives. We acknowledge one another, but we've just never been the same. Mm-hmm. And but then I feel like I Turned Pretty kind of made that a crossroads.
Yeah, it did kind of combine.
It combined. And I didn't think, and I'll be honest, I didn't think it was possible because nothing like it had ever been done before until now. You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
We've come to a crossroads where it's almost like Swiftie Nation and Demon Trash Nation are just like, I see you. A nod from across the room. I respect you.
Yeah. It's Demon Trash Nation.
Slowly we're growing.
All of them. We will become an army.
Dude,
one day.
Hey, they start small. I mean, right now we're watching Outlander. I mean, the Jacobite rebellion is small, but it will grow large. Mm-hmm. Will we win the war? I doubt it. I don't so. But the thing is I'm not trying to win a war.
No, I'm just trying to be in my own lane.
But we are building an army. For what?
Join. Enlist.
Be part of the Goblin
for the cause.
Kids.
The cause?
What is the cause? Just let me live. Just let me be here. Just let me be myself. What else is going on? Oh my God, Avery, you have been obsessed with this video game. Well, not anymore. It kind of died down.
I had to. I realized I had to like scale back on it because.
Well, can I start?
What are you trying to say here?
Okay, so Ni no Kuni came out, which is a very popular mobile game, and people are playing it like crazy. And when it came out, Avery was, needless to say, obsessed.
Well, it was the end of towards the end of our we were sick. So I was like, I'm bored and I need something to do.
Yeah, but it continued long after we were sick. I mean, I knew 4 p.m. and 10 p.m. I was like, I know what she's doing. She's gonna raid.
Yeah.
And the thing is
but that was probably consistently for 2 weeks.
But can I say this? I liked it. I was like, oh, I like seeing Avery be obsessed about something. You know what I mean? Other than smut, because, you know, sometimes I'm like, you need to mix it up, because it's like it's like, because you can get to a point where you're so obsessed with something where I'm like, that's concerning. You know what I mean? Like it toes the red line. But I was like, oh, so I'm glad that you had something else that I felt like,
okay,
you started to toe the red line though. But then you did scale it back on your own, and I'm proud.
Yeah, well, I had to, like, what's my priority? Editing a video or playing this game. Yeah. So I definitely have scaled back on it. But, like,
it is a good game, though.
No, when I first started playing it, I would see everyone playing it, like, everywhere I went. Like, we went to the movie theater to see Thor, and someone had it up while we were leaving, and then you said, like, you went into a restaurant, and, like, it was
literally, guys, this is crazy. I went into this restaurant because I was picking up some food, and literally it was busy. It was like a Saturday or something, or Sunday, and every table was packed. It was full, and everybody had their phone up. It was and they were all playing Ni no Kuni.
Was it like 4 p.m.? Like, was it during a raid time?
I want to say it was around lunchtime. It was like brunch hour.
Okay.
So, like,
because there's one at 10 and there's one at 4 and there's one at 10 p.m.
No. I don't know. I want to say it was around lunchtime. Okay. And everybody was playing this fucking game. I could hear it because I know it from you. And then I also saw the grumpy cat mounts. I was like, oh my God. Like, literally no one was talking to each other. I felt like I was in the fucking Twilight Zone. It was crazy. I was like, Ni no Kuni is truly taken over.
Yeah, like, it's just like the way they make it is just kind of addictive, and there's like so much stuff you have to do. It's like, I need to set my AI so I can power up.
Yeah,
and I gotta be the best of the best on this server, dude. I gotta be able to compete, and I'm not.
So I started playing Ni no Kuni, but I realized very quickly for me that it was like, oh, this could completely suck me in. Because the thing is, I'm very all or nothing. I have ADHD. So it's like this. I was like, this is an opportunity right now. This could either completely suck me in, and this is going to just be what I'm doing, or I have to just, before I get too far ahead, because I got to a point where I was like, I kind of finished all the starter quests, and now I was like, now this is adventuring. Now I can go into the open world, right? But then I was like, you know what? If I cross that threshold, it's done. It's fucking done. So I was like, you know what? I have to put it away. I have priorities. I have lots of things to do. I have a lot of editing to do. I cannot do this. So I have not opened up the game. I would like to, because it is really good from like a mobile game standpoint, and considering it's like free. Granted, there's a lot of things in it that you could definitely play this game like so much without spending a fucking dime.
Oh, I haven't spent any money on it at all.
Yeah, and she's played for hours a day.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think it gets to a point where you're like, oh, I did all my things. I can get off of this now. But just like to do all the things, sometimes it takes like a good hour or two.
It also seems like one of those games where it's like, it's quite social. You can meet people in it.
Yeah, you can be social on it. Like, there's raids, and it's just like
kind of cool.
You have kingdoms and stuff like that. So it's just like there's a lot to do on it. So it's like I got super into it, but I was like, I have to scale back and just kind of like,
yeah,
you know, I could be playing it right now, but I have priorities. Gotta do this, I guess.
Just kidding. You just pull it up right now and you're just like playing.
No, the other day I was like, I'm not addicted to this game, and I was literally talking to her playing the game.
No, I know.
But I was multitasking because I had stuff that I was doing. And
right.
But yeah.
Gaslighter.
It's fun, but they do it. It's like every time you can press a button, it's like big reward sound, you know? It's like, I get how they do it, you know? It's just power up.
Yeah, it's also just cute. It's like, especially if you're into like, I mean,
if you like Studios, it's just like
makes this fucking game.
And I love like the OG like Ni no Kuni game.
Like, it's so good.
Fun.
It's good. It's good stuff. So, what else have we been up to? Well, we mentioned Outlander, and you know what? I know if some of you trashlings who watch our YouTube channel are gonna be like, what the fuck, aren't you reacting to it on our channel? The thing is that I'm gonna have to reach a point where it's like, is everything I do content? Because I can't do it. I have to just have something for myself, honestly. And I've tried watching Outlander. I couldn't get into it, but for some reason, I think I actually paid attention this time around, and now I'm obsessed. And also, you know, I wanted to watch it because I'm a big fan of the ACOTAR series. I like Sarah J. Maas's series books, and Ronald D. Moore and her are going to be doing the ACOTAR series. So I wanted to watch it to be like, is this gonna fit the bill for what my standards, for my...
I don't like...
You don't like that? I'll stop. So
I'm just not with the content of what we were watching Outlander for.
of
what Outlander is.
Okay, the thing is yes, I was watching it because I was like, how's the spice? Where's the spice? But I also was just like, I was looking for cinematography and writing and things like listen,
and
you can believe me all, you cannot believe me all you want, but I'm telling you right now, because for me, it's like if I'm watching something and I can tell it's like it's not being taken seriously, it's upsetting.
Yeah,
I can't get into it.
But I mean, we also like haven't read the Outlander book, so we don't even know how like it compares to like the Outlander book.
The only thing I do know is that the Outlander book lovers like the series.
Okay,
and that's
yeah,
all I can trust that. I can trust that.
So I get like if it's well received by them, that gives me hope for ACOTAR.
Yeah, I know that Outlander is a beloved series. So that's the other thing we're doing. Sorry, we're not watching it on our channel.
We can't watch everything.
I gotta have something to wind down to at night, because if I'm just everything I do, I'm like, should I be watching this on the channel? No, I'm sorry. Like,
I know
no.
It would be good though, and people enjoy it, but like a lot of the times though, there's too much. It's like I feel like we are like way too far behind to like catch up to it.
It's too far gone.
You know,
it's too far.
Like it'd be one thing if it was like 1 season or 2 seasons.
Listen,
but now it's just like, you know what, you guys, we'll just tell you if you'd like
message
us, we'll tell you how we feel about it.
If all 5,000 of you were on our Patreon, yeah, I could probably do it. I would do it for that, but you're not. So,
but Outlander is pretty good, and it does give me hope for ACOTAR when it comes out, because like I was like, I don't know when we first turned it on, because my problem with the ACOTAR
also remember
series,
what year did that season come out? Came out in 2014.
But the thing that I really like is like the costumes are really good in that show.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how much of a budget, but like it looks
great,
realistic. It looks like authentic. The casting's good,
and I've seen screenshots from later seasons, and it looks like it just got better and better.
Yeah. So like that gives me big hope for ACOTAR, because I've just been waiting for ACOTAR to come out.
I know,
even though it's probably still being written.
Oh, it's well into pre-production still. So
just like waiting forever. But ACOTAR, I'm sure, will still be so popular still.
I hope so. And imagine it comes out and it's an absolute flop. I can't even talk about it. I wouldn't be able to talk about it.
I don't think it will be. I think it'll be
know.
good. But I think it just depends if they give it a little bit more substance, because I do love the ACOTAR series, but in comparison to other stuff that Sarah J. Maas has wrote, I feel like it's not as it's rich as like the other stuff she's written. Like,
you're right. It's more. It's heavy on the romance.
It's heavy on the romance. So I love.
But she could absolutely amp up the like outside shit.
Yeah,
that's going on, like the overall plot. She could absolutely amp that up.
She could throw some more plot in there, and you know. And I think that's all that series needed, because like it has great characters. But like right now I'm reading her Throne of Glass series, and I'm just like, where was all this in ACOTAR? Like, and I love those books. Those are the first ones that got me into Sarah J. Maas. But like, like compared to Crescent City and compared to like Throne of Glass, I'm just like, I'm not getting the depth, the plot lines, like, you know, as that one.
Notice in those two books, like I know that there's romance a part of it, but it's not basically the end all be all.
Yeah, it's not the end all be all point. But like, I didn't expect for like the Throne of Glass series to actually get like, I thought it's like eventually it'll get spicy. I didn't think it would get super spicy.
What? It does?
It does.
Really?
It does.
Oh, looks like
but,
I know my next series.
Like 5 books in.
Right,
but it's worth it, because
like
there's so much for the plot that's going, like the story is good.
Series. I know it's good.
I'm just like, Sarah J. Maas does not have the right to like make me have so many feelings about all her characters. Like every single character she has, like I could shed a tear for. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm just like, why am I feeling nothing even bad's happening to them?
Like if they died, I'd go to their funeral and sob.
just love them.
Yeah.
Like I just love so many of her characters. So like,
what is your favorite? All right, pick a series with your favorite characters. Which out of all the 3 series, which is your favorite character?
It's really tough. But like, honestly, see, because I love Bryce, like from Crescent City, but I will say like there's so many strong characters in the Throne of Glass series that I'm just like, I feel like Throne of Glass is moving up to like my top series for her.
Whoa.
It'd probably be like Throne of Glass, then Crescent City, then ACOTAR.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's big. All right. So the other thing that we watched on our channel was Persuasion, and
it was so fun, you guys. So we watched Persuasion, and me and Carol walked away. We were like, "This is good. We like this."
What did we say? And I'm gonna say it because I cut it from the video. But we said, and I swear to God, we go. That took second place on Jane Austen adaptations for us. I said that.
I know. We were like second place, right? We said Darcy Handflex, then Persuasion. And then like literally like what, 2 days later, everyone starts posting their videos about Persuasion.
Is her name Mina Lee or Mina Lay? Because it's one E, so I don't know. Anyway, she's a YouTuber that I love. I watch her commentary videos on tons of things, and she did a commentary video explaining why Persuasion was absolute fucking trash.
So me and Carol just like, as soon as we start seeing these
it was
videos,
that
we're
meme.
just like,
it was that meme where it's that puppet meme where it's like yeah.
We literally spent a whole day questioning like our entire identity and taste, because we were just like, the internet hates this movie. Well, and I walked away from this movie feeling really good. Like, oh, I want to watch this again.
Well, I
can't wait to watch this again.
For those of you who haven't seen the video, I made a thing on there that I basically went on camera and was just like, yeah, we liked it. But here's the reasons why I think we liked it. It was because we honestly had literally never read the books. We literally knew nothing about Persuasion.
We walked into that movie with no expectations.
Completely blind, with zero fucking standards. And
like,
so like,
other than I feel like
if the Jane Austen book
Pride
purists, the Jane Austen book purists hated it because it wasn't, I mean, if you couldn't even, I don't even know if you could even consider this like an exact, you know, I can understand how people are like, this is not a Persuasion adaptation.
Yeah, no, after like reading about what the book's actually supposed to be about, and like how it actually unfolds,
what it represents too.
I understand now that I would probably hate that movie too if I knew anything about Persuasion before, but because I didn't know anything, that I like was able to enjoy it in that way. And I know a lot of people don't like the like breaking the fourth wall like looks, and the like sort of adaptations of like,
well, they also hate the
language.
They hate the costumes. They hate the costumes.
Okay, I will say, like, I have watched this movie again. I do think the costumes were lackluster.
Yeah, I will say this, like, you know, the thing is I'm also not like a big period piece like purist either.
Yeah.
That's another thing too. So like, if I were to say like, this is how I feel about it now. How I feel about it is, I think it's a great movie. I personally love the cinematography. I've seen other people say the same.
Yeah, I like the cinematography. I think is the best.
I love the writing. I love everything about it. But can I say it's a Jane Austen movie? No. And that's how I feel. I will say that after everything that I've seen the movie now 3 times. So like, but I do really like it. But we came across this article. It was written by Cosmopolitan, and what's the headline here? The new Persuasion may not be for Jane Austen purists, but it is for sad girls. Listen. Oh, also, I love the bottom. Mom, can you come pick me up? They're bullying a Jane Austen adaptation again. No, listen. After being on YouTube, and, you know, watching stuff and sort of essentially being like, in a way, I mean, one of our biggest videos on our channel was our reaction to Pride and Prejudice, the 2007, right? 2000, is it 2005 or 2007? The one with Keira Knightley. That's like one of our biggest videos. Like, I would say a lot of people discovered our channel and us through that. So they definitely, like, I can see like our audience does definitely sort of see us sort of as the Jane Austen girlies. We're kind of fall in there. And so, yeah, I'm glad everyone was really kind about it, but it was just like, you know, Cosmopolitan did really come for my life with that headline, with being like, but it is for sad girls. Jane Austen purists are serious.
No, yeah, Jane Austen like purists are super serious, and like that's why like when you were like, should we say something? I'm like, I'm not gonna apologize for liking something. Like, you know, it may not live up to their standards, but it's just
what I will say though is Jane Austen purists make you feel that way, dude. Like,
no, they're so serious.
They're fucking serious,
and
man.
I love you guys for, like, if any of you guys come over and watch this, like, I love you guys for being passionate about it. And I did, like, read something. It's like, they're like, if they took Twilight and completely changed it, you would be upset too. And I'm like, yeah, for sure. I get it. I get your plight. Yeah, no, it's like, I get you being upset about this things, but it's just like, all right, let's just go watch a Persuasion one that you like better. You know?
Yeah, it's also just like, you know what I mean? Like, again, I'm glad that I explained that the reason why we like it, but it's just like,
but I think it's
we
funny.
are in this era of like, if you like it, then you have no fucking class
trash.
or taste. You're trash. But that's like also the point of our channel.
Oh, I think it's funny though. It's like all the things that we kind of liked about it. That's exactly the thing. That's the thing that people hated about it. Like, it's like, I like that she was like, he made me a playlist. Like, I thought, like,
that shit's funny.
Like, I thought that was funny, but like, I can agree with like people's like criticisms. Like, if you're gonna do that, just like go, like, if you're gonna modernize the language, modernize the whole story. But it's like, you know, I don't know.
People compared it to like they kind of like Bridgertoned it.
Yeah,
and I get that criticism 100%. But again, like I said, we liked it. I don't want to go on forever about it, but I just think it's funny how divisive this movie has become. And it's interesting because if you were just to look at it from like, just see it as a movie, just see it as a movie, remove Jane Austen from it. It's a solid fucking movie. Genuinely. I think so. I think that. But if you were to say like, oh, is it, but if
is
you were
this Jane Austen's Persuasion?
No,
it's not.
It's not.
It's an adaptation, which is what it is. It's an adaptation.
It's an adaptation that, but the thing is I understand, like, I am sort of like when I hear, like, maybe I will read the book
it's like if it's like the Disney like Beauty and the Beast, like if you compared like the actual things,
yes,
it's like it would be the Disney Beauty, you know, that's not those movies at all.
Yeah,
that's
like,
not Snow White.
It's not the brother, you know, Disney is not doing the Brothers Grimm.
It's not the Brothers Grimm Beauty and the Beast where like everyone dies in the end. This is like everyone lives happy ever after.
Unalives herself and becomes sea foam. Okay, like that's the real Little Mermaid. So yeah, no, and the thing is like, I guess Persuasion is like,
it's much more like,
it's much dark. I mean, it's a lot. Main characters,
she's supposed to be super plain. It's supposed to be really sad and heartbreaking, but then she kind of like undergoes kind of a glow up and like she realizes her worth kind of thing and like is able to do that from what my understanding is.
Yeah.
And honestly makes me want to read it because I've never read that one.
Well, I think a lot of it also comes down to there's just definitely some topics about feminism in this whole discussion, and I hear them. But yeah, no, I just think it's funny that this has become such a in the like, you know, book community and like period piece community and all of those people, like they were not here for it, but we genuinely liked it. But those are the reasons why I hear them. And yeah. I saw a lot of people be like really gracious. And I even saw a lot of people in our comment section say things like, you know, like, yeah, I've read the books and I still like this movie. Yeah. So like, you know, I think that's the thing though, is just nowadays it's like, I hate to say it, but I hate to go there, but yeah, it's just like what? I can't have a fucking opinion anymore? I'm just kidding. It's my opinion.
That meme all the time.
Yeah,
it's just an opinion.
It's just an opinion.
We don't have to have the same ones, but it's like, you know, it's the same thing. Like some people don't like the Keira Knightley Jane, like Pride and Prejudice, and that's like my end all be all.
Yeah, that's
like Chef's Kitchen. That's the best movie, one of my favorite movies ever. You know,
it's so good.
And some people don't like it. They prefer the 1995 BBC. They're like, that's Pride and Prejudice. This is authentic, and I'm like, that's fair.
It's like, it depends on what you're trying to go for.
Yeah,
dude.
It
like,
depends on what you want to watch.
It also just is like, it comes down to like, are you here for the period piece? Are you here for the like
Jane Austen
from page to screen adaptation? I find a lot of the Jane Austen purists are that they like the stuffy BBC dramas, and fair enough, bitch. You do you, honey. For me, could care less. But I do need to, it needs to entertain me and it needs to look good. Yeah. That's how I am. All right. So we're going to end today's episode with a game. We've seen this game. Everybody knows this game. He's a 10, but
or he's something, but so we thought we'd do our own.
Now ours is definitely gonna just definitely be heavy on the tropes with like, this is demon trash shit right here. Okay, so who wants to go first?
I'll go mine because I think I've given you this one as an example.
Okay.
So he's a 9. He's a high fae lord.
Okay.
Right.
So right.
It's gorgeous, deathly.
He's a 9.
Yeah.
Okay. He wouldn't be a 10. All right. Sorry. I think I'm giving myself away now.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
He's a 10, obviously, but he talks like Cam Cameron from Wistfully. You're looking. We wouldn't want you to be wistful.
Cam Cameron's from The Summer I Turned Pretty.
From the Summer I Turned Pretty.
We're kind of coming for this actor for the way he did it, but I loved it. I loved him. I want to just say that.
Yeah, we love that actor, but the way he talks is so funny to us. Like,
are you feeling wistful? Is it helping with the wistfulness?
Like, I think I need to come up with like a sentence like you are my blood bonded mate. Like,
oh man. Oh,
what is he now?
He talks like that.
Yeah, that's how he talks.
He's a 10. He's all those things, but that's how he talks. I hate to say nice guys finish last, but in that scenario, he would fall down to like he's just gonna fall down to like a 6 and go straight to the friend zone.
Okay.
Like I would 7. He's a 7, but he goes to the friend zone.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Not the voice.
The
voice is important. Like, it's
important.
Like, if he, like, was Sarah J. Maas, it's like he growls. Was he, like, I don't know. Like, like he growls weird, too. I don't know what to say.
He's just like,
like,
sorry,
night,
was that too aggressive?
It's too nice, guy. Oh, it's too nice. It's too nice.
Sorry, am I scaring you?
Okay.
All right, my turn.
Okay,
it goes back to my demon trash moment. He's a 10, but he's been sent by God to exterminate all human life, but he won't kill you. I mean, we're talking, this is like a fallen angel. He's
not killing me.
He might as well be a 20. He's just so fucking beautiful.
He's still that. He's still 20. He's still 10.
For you?
Yeah.
He's exterminating all human life. You're witnessing it.
I don't know.
Witnessing it. You're literally witnessing it.
Like, I'm seeing him just like
kill people.
Like, people just like rot to the core.
For example, like, pestilence is spreading disease. You're seeing people die from the disease. War is literally going to war and like slaughtering people in cities.
Is this like first impression, right? The first thing. Like,
that's the first thing you see. Yeah, of course. Yeah. This is what you're seeing, but he won't kill you. He
won't kill me.
Covets you. He's like, for some reason, you are just important to him. He saves you.
10.
Okay. You're like 12.
25.
Great. All right, what do you got for me?
Okay. So, do they
toxic?
Get deleted? Oh my god, my things. Oh, no. Okay, I thought they got deleted for a second. All right.
God was just like, get rid of this. Like, this is not okay.
Okay, so he's a 7, but his species has like a mating bond kind of vibe.
His species?
Yeah. Species. He's
okay,
not human.
Start it over. Human. You just said the word species just sent me. Okay, go.
He's a male. Like,
he's a male.
He's a 7. Okay. His species has like a mating bond.
Okay.
So but he's feral. Like, he's a feral man, like male species, but like to you, he's like super protective because of this mating bond. Like,
he's feral. When you say feral, I'm thinking of like people raised by wolves. They are
like he's lived out in the wild his whole life, and
he'll kill an animal and eat it. Just like a fucking animal.
Like, he knows how to survive, but very like base instincts. Like, you kind of have to teach him. Like,
does he kind of speak like Tarzan? Like, me Tarzan, you Jane, like that?
Yeah, you had to teach him language.
Oh,
yeah, kind of like Tarzan.
But is he not? He's
super kind. Would never hurt you. Like, super protective.
He's a 7 though.
He's a 7. but he's feral. Like, you need to teach him how to, like, be civilized.
But it's an important distinction that he's a 7.
Like 7, like, but still, like, good looking.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm gonna have to say a 9. He's gonna go up to a 9 for me. Yeah. I don't want to say 10 because then I would need to call my therapist. All right.
And welcome to one of the plot points of Ice Planet Barbarian.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right. He's a 6, but says things like, "You have bewitched me, body and soul."
10.
Yeah.
Just immediately.
Yeah, it's Darcy.
Yeah. You bewitched me, body and soul. Oh, I guess one of them is kind of like the same as yours, but I guess we'll do it a little bit differently. Like, he's I'll say a 6, but like he's deceived you, he's lied to you this whole time, and he's planning on murdering you, but you fall in love.
Whoa.
And he decides not to.
So kind of like Castile.
Yeah.
But he's a 6?
Yeah. Like,
But he's deceived me? He's a 6 and he's deceived me. He's going to kill me, but now he doesn't want to. We've fallen in love. He's fallen in love with me?
Yeah. But he has fangs. I'll add that in. And he's immortal.
He's just going to bump up to a 7 for me.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because I think the thing is about that whole scenario is if you don't start at 10.
Yeah, he kind of has to start higher.
You have to start higher.
Well, I was like, I can't have everyone start at 10.
No, I get you.
Because
I hear you.
Where do they go from there?
And I appreciate you challenging me.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
He's a 7, but he growls during sex.
But is he a human? He just growls.
Oh, he's a male.
A male?
It should just be assumed that these are all males.
These are males. He growls? Well, like, what's this like every time?
God, don't make me get specific. Come on.
He growls?
He's going down on you and he growls because he's just like, give me that sticky.
And he's a 7?
I'm so sorry. I'm canceled.
Now I'm like, ugh.
No.
He doesn't say sticky.
He growls. Icky. No, he doesn't say sticky. None of that happens.
Does he purr as well?
No. He's not a cat person.
Okay.
He's not a cat person. He's got fangs and wings.
Okay.
And but he growls during sex. But he's a 7.
9.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we like a good growl. But the thing is when I read these books and they say growl, I'm just like that. Or is it like I've seen a guy on TikTok who, like, for the ladies goes like he'll do like the growling thing, and I'm like, okay.
I'm interested
it's
how they
you know the guy who's like famous on Twitch for what's his fucking name for the voice?
Oh, like
well, you know what I'm saying. What the fuck is his name? We know his name.
It doesn't start with a C. No.
Fucking, you guys know. What is that guy's name? No one's ever seen his face.
Yeah, I know. I think we all know, but we don't know his name.
I can't remember his name right now.
It escapes me right now. All right, I have one.
Okay, go.
This is my last one. He's a 10. He is a king, like, of his kingdom.
Right.
But he's fair, and he's just, and he's so nice, and he's so attractive, but he's just super nice, and there's nothing wrong with him at all. Like, he was raised right. He has, like, 0 issues. He's just a well-rounded man. But he's just a man and a king. And he's 10. He's hot.
I mean,
but he's just a man.
Would that bore me? He's not, like, obsessed with me in a weird way.
No, he's very healthy. He, like, respects you.
Fuck 8.
Has really good boundaries.
No! Stop. It's getting worse since he's becoming a 7. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding, though.
And that was my last one.
All right, I have 2 then.
Yeah.
He's a 10, but he's in your family by marriage.
By marriage?
You're not blood related. He's in your family by marriage.
Like, is it like step siblings or like
step
cousins?
I'm gonna go step brother.
Oh no.
But distant. You guys are not close. You didn't grow up in the same home.
Oh, like, no, that's giving clueless. I wouldn't even go there. Still, it would be like a.
Is that a 4 for you or something like that?
Yeah, it'd be like a 4. Like, not even gonna go there.
Okay, but what if it was step cousin?
Step cousin?
Yeah. It's okay.
A cousin?
Step cousin by marriage, not related.
Oh, I don't like it.
Okay.
I still don't like it.
All right.
I don't know.
I hear you.
I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, this is fine. All right.
It'd be like a 3.
He's a 10, but he's kidnapped you. Keeps you bound. You're his captive. He's a 10.
Like, what's the intent of the kidnapping? Like, is he gonna murder me? Like,
you don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know. You just know that he's keeping you captive. He's kidnapped you. He's keeping you captive. What he intends,
and
but
I don't know him previously
he has
at all.
made no move to harm you.
Okay.
To have his way with you.
Okay.
He's just dragging you along on his journeys.
I don't know.
This is dystopian in nature. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I'd have to go like down because I just don't like the feeling of being scared, like in that way. So I feel like he'd be like a 7.
Really?
Like, depending on how when I might go there.
I mean, the only thing is the ropes do rub your wrist raw.
This is just petulance again.
No, I mean, I've read plenty of stuff like this.
Like, is this a complete stranger?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 7.
Okay. All right. Healthy. That's nice. Okay, that's our game. Guys, you guys should comment down below. He's a 10, your games, and maybe we can play along.
You guys tell us a scenario and we'll tell you what it is for us.
Yeah.
What he becomes.
And you guys can have at it amongst each other. I'd love to see it.
You can see how mentally ill we are. Like, really test us.
Also, I saw when we premiere our videos on YouTube, and we have a live chat, and we love all the people who stop into the live chat. It's pretty lively in there. Last video, we had 250 people in there just chatting away, and it was awesome. But I saw a lot of people were like wanting fan fiction links, so maybe we can figure out a way to have a fan fiction book club. Maybe not, though. Maybe it might be dangerous.
Yeah, I read the fanfics that someone sent us, and I was like...
The point is you read them.
I did read them, and I was not feeling very good about myself afterwards. I was like...
I don't know if that's the point of fan fiction, though.
I know, but like it might make me judge you a little harshly. But then again, like, I wouldn't want to send you the fan fiction I read. Do you know what I mean? It gives like a little...
To this fucking day, I still don't know who your ideal people are.
Yes, you do. You just forgot because we talked about it.
Wait, because it wasn't that memorable.
Okay, that's fine. Don't remember
Who was it?
I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to go back to watch the episode. I was like, you've forgotten.
I can't believe I've forgotten that.
So
I wanted to know for so long.
Yeah, I know your curse ships.
What are my curse ships?
You said you were looking up a Nate and Jules one.
Okay. Sorry.
And you felt bad about it.
I did. But like, that's the thing about fan fiction community is they're literally... Don't stop.
Yeah, there were like a few. I don't remember all of them, but
the gargoyles one is justified. It's not cursed.
The Casper one. I think that was the most hooked up one. See, like a little bit.
Casper the Friendly Ghost. I'm sorry, dude. Like, I'm sorry.
I guess it's like one thing to like
You
share
can't
like
judge.
like
You can't, if you're gonna be in the fan fiction community, you cannot judge. If
I guess I
send you
can't judge you,
No,
but
literally,
like
there has to be no judgment, bitch. There has to be no judgment. It's like if somebody's gonna send this. Now, I think if we wanted to lay down some rules for this fan fiction club of like, okay, well, in this club, like something I don't personally love is non-consensual stuff.
mm-hmm.
You know, if you're into that, like my best friend, she sometimes loves that shit. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Some people love that stuff. It's fantasy. But for me, I don't personally like it.
Right.
So it's like if we wanted to set some rules
mm-hmm.
or we would have categories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or if you could just like, whatever. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let us know, guys.
Yeah, but you know, like I'm sorry, like at the end, like I'm not going to judge you, like I'm never going to talk to you about like, for example, like I've learned about Thanos girlies and I'm just like, part of me is like I understand, but like I don't understand.
Oh my
Do you know what I
God.
mean? Like
Satan
I get it, but like I am not
our
interested.
roommate, Satan herself, first episode guest, Alicia, we love her. If you're listening, we love you. But she literally came downstairs while I was making grilled cheese and she was like, yeah, I'm reading this fan fiction about Thanos. And I was like, oh my God, like I never would have even seen Thanos as a sexual being.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, yeah, in this, like this girl's like riding his chin because it's like ribbed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was just like, you know what? I have to say, I felt a tingle of curiosity, but I'm not gonna watch it or read it. Freudian slip.
But yeah, no, it was just funny, like seeing someone else. They're like, yeah, this is really spicy, but also it's just like, who knows? Like if you read what I watch, you might think I'm fucked up too.
It's fucking brave to share your fan fiction. That's fucking brave. The greatest, like the bravest thing I've ever seen someone do is like when Brittany Broski showed her fan fiction, like her Wattpad.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's brave. Like that's fucking, you have to have the gumption, the gall, like to like be able to do that.
Like these are
I couldn't.
But then again, like it depends. Like some people just read like like fan fiction, just like nice things, and it's just like me. Like for me, no. This is sexual depravity.
Disturbing.
This is depravity. You know, like
this is deeply disturbing. We are sick. I mean, you just heard how I answered some of these questions.
So yeah.
All right, guys.
That's it.
That's the show. Thanks for coming. We love you. Bye, trashlings.